But there's something relaxing about this old-fashioned town off Dixie Highway. There's a bed and breakfast serving country cooking and Civil War luncheons.
We are a bed and breakfast inn. We serve dinner meals on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Civil War style food.
The owners say getting people to come here isn't a problem. Getting them to leave can be.
Our very first customers was honeymooners. They had gotten married up the highway and then come down here to spend their honeymoon here. And Cookie went down to check him out because they didn't come out of their room until like 3:30 or 4. It's like checkout time's noon.
Tonight, Roseanne Rogers is here to tell us about a West Point inn that has a history of mysterious guests.
Yeah, Johnny Kirby, I guess you could call them that. Over the years, the Ditto Inn, located in Hardin County, has been everything from a schoolhouse to a bank to a ticket agency for the railroad. Today, it's a lovely old home filled with antiques and country charm. But with your reservation, you not only get a comfortable bed and a delicious breakfast, you may get a surprise visit from a ghost or two.
We've been here not, I don't know, what, month or so before things really began to be weird.
Objects began to mysteriously disappear. Furniture started to move for no reason. And lights would flicker on and off. And that's not all.
It was quite late in the morning, and I heard a noise and thought it was the dog. And when I sort of opened my eyes and looked to my right, there was a lady looking at me.
Carol and Cookie Goldsmith have been the owners of the Ditto House for 9 years, and they're convinced their old-fashioned bed and breakfast has several unknown guests living there.
Saw him one time about a year ago downstairs, coming down the steps.
The man Cookie claims he saw was a Civil War soldier. Back in the early 1860s, West Point was home to the 9th Michigan Regiment. But the Goldsmiths have not only seen what they believe are ghosts, they say they've heard strange voices as well.
It sounded like a radio off in the distance where you can hear the talking, but you can't tell what you're saying.
The Goldsmiths have gotten somewhat used to the unexplained happenings they've encountered over the years, but how has it affected their business?
Some people that really like to go ghost busting, and then there are some people that truly aren't scared.
She was a nervous wreck. She was really nervous
I was a
about
nervous
it.
wreck?
Yeah, I was a little more cool about it.
That's why she ended up in my bed.
Michelle Richardson and Debbie Vaughn stayed one night at the Ditto Inn, but they didn't get much sleep.
It was like long skirts, you know, that the women used to wear, you know, and you could hear when they'd walk, you would hear swish, swish, swish. And we would sit up, and as soon as we'd sit up or reach for the light, it would stop.
Because some guests are apprehensive about coming back, Carol and Cookie actually considered selling the Ditto Inn at one time. But after giving it a second thought, they changed their minds.
I like it here. So we just decided to learn to live with them.
I mean, anyone can have a regular house, you know.
Well, I understand you weren't quite so sure that you could learn to live with them. What happened when you had to use one specific room in the Ditto House?
I knew you were going to bring that up. I had to go to the ladies' room, and I wouldn't go by myself. Someone had to walk me down to the ladies' room and stand by the door. And I kept it cracked about this much, just in case something happened while I was in there.
Did anything happen?
No, nothing happened. Nothing happened. But I
right.
thought, gosh, I'm getting nervous here.
Well, it works. So who do they think all of these ghosts or apparitions are?
Carol and Cookie said that they think that it might be caretakers because of the fact people who stayed in the house have said, thanks for waking me up this morning. And she's like, I didn't wake you up this morning. She said, well, someone came in the room and said, it's time to get up. And she said, it wasn't me. So she thinks maybe that has something to do with it. And she asked me to come back sometime and stay, and I don't know if I can.
I was going to say, would you stay there?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
If you wouldn't go to the restroom, I doubt you'd spend the night.
You're probably right.
All right. Thanks, Roseanne. Spooky stuff.